It's time for the September 2019 Organize Your Money Plan in EveryDollar. September is always a big expense month for us. It's the beginning of the school year, and almost every school activity has some sort of registration fee. We have like 1,000 birthdays in September, including putting a down payment on a place for Melina's birthday party in October, getting a Halloween costume because I ordered one in October once. And this month, we even have some hangover from our trip to Colombia. And all of this while paying down debt and saving for a down payment on a house. That's a lot on our plate. But the good news is that I actually think that this may possibly be the first month in the history of our lives that we are actually prepared going into September. So I'm kind of excited about that. Hi, I'm Wendy Valencia, and I know you're wondering to yourself, is this the budget plan video that Wendy does at the beginning of the month before the month begins every month? Yes, it is, but well, I know my views are going to drop because the videos won't get pushed out to YouTube as much because I'm not using the highly searched term budget. I think organize your money, not budget, is a movement that needs to happen. I'm really on a crusade to get people to stop budgeting and start organizing their money. Can you tell? Because there are many people out there that shy away from budgeting because they feel like they need to be a CPA to do it. But I'm here to tell you that budgeting is just actually making a spending plan and checking on that plan regularly throughout the month to make sure you're on track. And a monthly spending plan really is just having your money all nice and organized. That's it, plain and simple. So over the next few months, you're going to see me switch from the term budget to organize your money. And YouTube will probably punish me for it, but that's okay. So can you share this video and my other videos with your friends, your coworkers, and spread the love, since YouTube probably won't spread the love for me? Okay, back to what you're here for. So every month before the month begins, we do a video where I tell you what we have coming up for next month, and September 2019 is no exception. So if you are new to these parts here in the Valencia household, we are becoming debt-free differently, and we use the term hashtag debt-free differently all the time out on the internet. We most definitely follow our own plan for paying off debt, and we are doing it in a way that works with our lives. So you will see that while we use EveryDollar to budget, we don't necessarily subscribe to the plan that is associated with it. So if you're wondering if you can make EveryDollar work for your weird money organization plan, you absolutely can. So let's go over it. So now that summer's behind us and we've taken our trip to Colombia and my site has been paid for this month, woohoo! In the plan to organize our money, we are starting to finally head towards the goals we want, such as paying off debt, saving for the down payment on the house, and paying cash for Mauricio to go back to school and study architecture. So this month we are bringing in $11,401, and that is just what makes it to our bank account from my paycheck and Mauricio's paycheck, and doesn't include saving for retirement or HSA or childcare savings accounts and all that other good stuff that comes out of our check prior to hitting the bank. So how are we going to plan to organize all of that so we can accomplish our financial goals? Well, first, we're going to pay all of our utilities, and that will cost $760.62, which I know is a lot more than normal. That's $270 for our storage unit. Have you heard I have a storage unit? I know you're probably thinking, she pays almost $300 a month to store her stuff. Why, yes, I do. And I actually have for the last 4 years. And trust me when I tell you, we didn't even put a dent in the total value of the stuff that we have sitting in that storage unit yet, even after 4 years. I did the math on it once, and I would have to have a storage unit for like 8 years to even reach the replacement value of just my dining room furniture. And that, like most of the stuff in my house, has been designed by me, and it's one of a kind. So it's not even really possible to replace. So yeah, we're keeping the storage unit around until we move into this house. Then in our cell phones, we have $470.62. And that is planning for the hangover of our trip to Colombia. So while we were in Colombia, both Mauricio and I took our cell phones down there. And one of the reasons that I love Verizon is that when we go down to Colombia, we pay for the plan by day, which means it costs us $10 a day to use our cell phones down in Colombia. And if one of us does not use the data down there for that day, then we don't have to pay the $10. So this $470.62 is kind of a rough estimate of what we think we spent down there, because there were days that I shut off my phone and I did not look at it at all. Mauricio, not so much. So at this exact moment, I'm not sure what the total would be, but we're just guesstimating right around there. Then in the food category, we are back to our normal food budget of $750 a month. And this is us hoping the debauchery of food at the pool and going out to eat is totally behind us. So we have $600 for groceries and $150 for eating out. I think, honestly, one of my debt-free dreams, I'm talking like a decade or two from now, is that we have enough money in the food category that I can go out for a nice dinner 2 to 3 times a week and Honeygrow for lunch. Have I told you of my love affair with Honeygrow? And trust me when I tell you that I have tried to mimic their salad and I fail miserably every single time. And I mean, I legit put exactly what they put in their salads. I don't know what they put on their salads to make them so good. I mean, how hard can a salad be? Well, apparently pretty hard, but I digress. But this $150 has nothing to do with Honeygrow. Honeygrow is paid for with my free spending money. That means the eating out category for last minute unplanned meals out. That's what the $150 is for completely. Because trust me when I tell you, 2 busy working parents, one who is trying to build a business and the other one who is going to school full time, there are fast food meals out and picking up fast food on the way home. So we need to be honest with ourselves and try and keep those costs down. But we're going to be realistic about the fact that those meals out are absolutely going to happen. In the automotive category, we have a total of $270, and we're going to spend $200 on gas, and I'm going to admit I probably need to up that to $300 because halfway through this month, I'm going to have a significantly longer commute in a lot of traffic, and I'll be heading into DC from this point forward. So with tolls and gas, and as I film this, I'm just now realizing that I didn't account for those when I made this budget. Hold on. I gotta go write that down because I can't forget. I gotta fix those as soon as I get off this video. Okay, give me a second. Okay, I'm back. As you all know, our money organization plan is 100% fluid and it changes from day to day. So we just roll with it. And it'll change again when we have our monthly meeting to go over the money plan on the last day of the month. This is why my money plan videos are different from our money report videos. Moving on. In the insurance category, we have a total of $358.46. And that's $219 for car and renter's insurance, $91.65 for life insurance, $35.81 for Mauricio's life insurance, and $12 for CMFG life insurance. And yes, insurance is expensive, but real adults have insurance to protect them, period. In the childcare category, we are spending $660, and that $660 is 100% before and after care at school. And I'm gonna be honest here, most days my amazing father takes Melina to school and picks her up. But there are days he has appointments or can't, or maybe he just wants to sleep in. Because when you're retired, you should be allowed to sleep in whenever you want. And she loves staying after and playing outside. So we definitely use before and after care, even though we do live with my parents. In the medical category, we have a total of $300, which is $100 for each of us. And while we don't have any appointments coming up this month, we're going to need med refills or whatnot. So let's go ahead and plan for it. In the clothing category, we have nothing. We did clean out Melina's closet before we went to Colombia and took all her size 7 and 8 clothes. So her closet's thin, kind of thin. And since this month I'm switching jobs, my sources of hand-me-downs are probably going to disappear. I've had these 2 coworkers that have girls that are a few years older than Melina, and they would give me all of their daughters' like clothes that they had outgrown. So Melina's closet was always packed to the gills, but the gravy train is gone. So we will have to start buying Melina's clothes soon. But I think we'll be okay for a little while. In the Melina category, we have a whopping $1,130, and that is the money hemorrhage that I talk about in the sinking fund category. But not to worry, we got it covered. That's $280 for Spanish, and I just now realized that I also forgot to include the $55 fee that we have to pay the county at the beginning of each semester, so we can use the school facilities for her tutoring. So I need to add that in. Give me a second, I gotta go write it down. And that is why I keep a pen and paper over on the table over there when I film. Then we have swimming at $500, and she's going to be in 2 different swim programs this winter. And this is the registration for the whole winter program and then the monthly fee for the other. And honestly, I don't know how much of her other one it's going to be every month, so I'm just kind of guesstimating. And then we have a $100 deposit on Melina's birthday party. And why I called it a down payment is beyond me. I don't know where her birthday is going to be in October, and we're going to have to figure it out. God help us if she picks Chuck E. Cheese, though. Then we have $150 for our annual PTO donation, which her school does, so we don't have to sell anything throughout the year, and I am so on board with that. And then we have $100 for her Halloween costume, and we usually get her costumes from Chasing Fireflies, and they're beautiful. Their costumes are gorgeous. And then she wears it throughout the year for dress up. I do usually buy her costumes a couple of sizes too big. So if it's cold out for trick-or-treating, she can put clothes on under it. So fortunately, she can use it as dress up for several years. And actually, if you go in her closet right now, I think she's got like 5 costumes in there that she can still wear. In the Mauricio school category, we have nothing. And after what we spent in August, oh wait, you haven't seen that video yet, have you? We spent thousands in this category. But you'll just have to wait until next week to see what that was all about. In the work expenses category, we have nothing. In the miscellaneous category, we have $100 because stuff always comes up. So we always put a $100 cushion in there. And I'm not even gonna lie to you when I tell you a lot of times this $100 gets spent in the straight up luxuries category. And sometimes it's me, and sometimes it's Mauricio. But as you know, I am a firm believer in a couple $100 extra in there because money plans change, and as the month goes on, you need to roll with it. Things are gonna be more expensive than you expect. Someone's gonna need cold medicine, or you're gonna find a pair of native Jefferson bling shoes in the size that you actually have been looking for, and they're gonna be $19.99, because that never happens, except for yesterday. Really did. In the YouTube category, I have $438.50, and that is $450 for TubeBuddy, $6 for Backblaze, $9 for Morning Fame, $19 for Leader, and then $400 for food at FinCon. So FinCon is coming up in just over a week, and I know I'm going to be eating out at it. Mauricio is going to be having dinner out with me at least once, but since he has school, he probably won't really be doing much at FinCon. So I'll try and eat cheaply, but since it's DC, there's not really anything super cheap. And I know the food will be expensive for sure. So we're putting it in the budget. Then in the straight up luxuries category, we have a total of $355.93. And that's our free spending money, $36 for iTunes, $14.95 for Audible, $3.99 for Amazon Music. And our Hulu is still up in the air, whether or not it's coming back. And our giant safety net of a $100 cushion. In the beauty category, we have $65. That's $45 for hair, $25 for Mauricio's hair, and $20 for my hair color, and $20 for my nails, because I do my own nails and I always get those supplies at Sally Beauty Supply when I get my hair color. In the sinking fund category, we have a total of $900. And that is for the stuff we know that will be coming down the pike, and we are trying to plan for it. So we have $200 for summer camp, $150 for medical, $100 for car repair replace. We have to start bumping up that category soon, because holy moly are we starting to have issues with our expedition. But it's almost 15 years old, so that's kind of not at all shocking. Then we have $50 for the money hemorrhage that happens at the beginning of the school year every year. So this $50 is actually going towards next year. And we are not contributing to these two categories because they are already fully funded. In the giving category, we have $1,200, and we don't show where this goes exactly, but so you know, it goes to charitable giving and gifts for individuals, as well as our giving sinking fund. And this month we are putting $2,000 towards debt, which is right on plan with what we want to do. And that will be $800 towards the car loan and $1,200 towards the USAA loan. We're not putting anything towards the tax loan because we're going to wrap that all up in the sale of the house. And the school loan just got put in deferment. And I went over the math for why we're going to go ahead and leave the school loan in deferment and focus on paying off the car and the USAA loan first in a video I did a couple of weeks ago. In the saving for the future category, we are hitting a little low at $2,013.23 instead of $3,000 a month like we were aiming to. But September is always a big spend month for us. In our plan, we expect that there will be some months we are under and some months we're over, and September is always one of those months that we're under. So we'll put $2,013.23 towards the down payment of the house this month. And with that, our income for the month of September equals our outgo for the month of September, and with the exception of those three things over there that I forgot. And so as soon as I make those three changes, we will have organized every cent of our money this month. And if you want to know how long it actually took me to create this organized money plan in real life, I timed it this month, and it took me 12 minutes and 36 seconds to create my organized money plan. All of that stuff that I just talked about, 12 minutes and 36 seconds. And it will honestly take me way less than 5 minutes a day tracking as things come into my bank account. And most days it'll take me less than 2 minutes. So would it interest you to see an unedited version of me creating my budget, like maybe like a desktop video so you can just watch me create that? As you know, I have a spreadsheet, and that has every single possible expense for every single month of the whole year. And so to create my plan, I push create on EveryDollar, and then I open that spreadsheet up, sort it by month, and go straight down the line. It's super easy peasy. So if you're a numbers dork like I am, you're gonna wanna watch the video where I go over our numbers for our plan to pay off debt, save for a down payment, and pay cash for my husband to go through architecture school. So if that interests you, go over and check that right over here, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya. We're out. And I'm done.